take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a slow, long, relaxing breath. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to relax completely. Imagine breathing in a wonderful, warm feeling of resourceful relaxation. And as you exhale, scan your body for any clues of tension. And just feel that tension leaving your body in that outward breath. And I want you to think of a color that represents resourcefulness that could lead to high standards. And those resources may be motivation, inspiration, dedication. And just think of a color or combination of colors that feels like the very resources that would be useful to raise your standards. And I want you to imagine breathing that color in through your nose, feeling it going in through your nose into your lungs. But as you exhale, just imagine a dark, shadowy color leaving your body. And that represents any doubts, any worries, any fears or frustrations. Feel a sense of release as anything that's been holding you back feels like it's leaving your body in that outward breath. And the deeper you breathe, the more of that wonderful color of resourcefulness goes into your body, giving you a feeling of whatever resources you need most right now. And see if you can identify the parts of your body that are holding on to tension, holding on to stress, holding on to anxiety. And just imagine them releasing those blocks, those heavy emotions, and feel the tension turn into shadows. And as you breathe out, imagine them leaving your body, so that as you breathe in and breathe out, it feels like an emotional transfusion. Breathing in the resources you need and exhaling anything getting in the way. I want you to let go of a belief. And maybe this belief doesn't exist anymore anyway, but maybe it does. Some people hold on to the belief that in order to lose weight, they have to go on a diet. And some people have a belief that diets have to be punishing, punitive, miserable, based on deprivation. And if there's a part of you that still holds on to that belief, that you have to diet or be unhappy to lose weight, let me know by nodding your head. And now is the time to let go of that belief. Because doing something that makes you feel like you're missing out on joy will only ever be temporary. it would create an unconscious game of snakes and ladders, going on a diet, climbs up a ladder because you're making progress, not because you're enjoying the process, but then going back to normal, living your normal life feels like you're back to square one. And I want you to make a resolution. You will lose weight not by going on a diet, not by forcing your body. You will lose weight by raising your standards. You will lose weight and enjoy the process. You will lose weight because it's a trade-off. You're swapping the excess weight for higher levels of confidence and self-esteem. And you will lose weight, not by what you do on a diet, but by changing what you do when you're not on a diet. And if your unconscious agrees, let me know by nodding your head. And I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine raising your standards consistently, enjoyably, over many months. I want you to imagine what it would be like to go forwards in time to a location on a road trip. I want you to imagine a valley with beautiful lakes, mountain ranges, vineyards, blue skies and sunshine. But I don't want you to go there as you are. I want you to go there as you will be. I want you to take the version of you that has raised their standards over many months onto that road trip. And I want you to imagine perhaps sitting or standing on the side of a hill overlooking a serene, beautiful lake. And if you could imagine being there by that lake, just let me know by nodding your head. But remember, you're not there as you are now. You are there as you will be. I want you to look for clues for health and vitality. Maybe as you look at your fingernails, they are flawless. There is something about your skin that seems to glow, letting you know that you've given your body incredible nutrition over weeks and months. I want you to feel a sense of energy and vitality, that you're there and you feel great. Breathe in this wonderful feeling of sky-high self-esteem. Because if self-esteem is when your ideal self matches your current self, I want you to feel that you're in the body that would be ideal for this age, maybe even a milestone age. I want you to imagine someone is there with a phone or a camera to take a picture. But I want you to set the intention. You will do something memorable by this lake. And maybe it's to swim in the lake, even if the water's cold, refreshing, rejuvenating, revitalizing. And what if swimming in this lake, as well as being memorable, feels like it's washing away any baggage from the past, any stress, any guilt, any regrets, any heaviness from your past. So imagine wearing a swimming costume, walking to the edge of the lake, and maybe there's a small pier. And when you're ready to jump into that lake and wash the past and the baggage away, let me know by nodding your head. And then dive in. And notice the way that you hit the water, there's a lightness to your body. You feel lean and toned with a burst of energy. Your skin feels tight. I want you to get a sense that you feel youthful while swimming under the water, feeling that your past, all the baggage, anything that's been holding you down or getting in the way, just feels like it's washed away. Or even better, falling to the bottom of that lake. Imagine swimming around that lake, thinking about all of those things that you did to raise your standards that were enjoyable. What if you found it enjoyable to reward yourself after completing productive time and work, to take your dog for a walk? What if every time you had a delicious meal of lean protein and salads and vegetables, you enjoyed it and it made you feel great, that you're becoming the person that you deserve to be, your real self, who you're meant to be? Maybe there were long walks, hikes in nature. Maybe there were meals in restaurants, but you made the choice to have food that took you towards this future of health and vitality, high standards, feeling lean, feeling happy. As you imagine swimming around the lake, think of all the things that you did that represents high standards, but also made you feel great. And the more of these things you think about, the better you feel. Because that's the difference between a good choice and a bad choice. A bad choice feels good in the moment, but leads to regret later. A good choice feels good in the moment and makes you feel grateful or proud whenever you think about that choice later. And what if you get to be the version of you want to be through high standards and great choices? Where's the downside? So just breathe in and breathe out, feeling that your future and past are connecting. No need for dieting, no need for rules and pressure, just high standards and good choices, and the ability to learn from your intuition and learn from hindsight, that if at the end of a day you felt that you've fallen below these high standards, All it means is that you have a better day the next day. If your unconscious agrees, let me know by nodding your head. The reason that diets are appealing is that it feels that they have an end date, that people can jump off that wagon. But what if jumping off the wagon leads to a lifestyle of lower standards and poorer choices? What if your weight was never part of dieting? What if it was always a reflection of your choices and standards? And if that's true, the way forward isn't a diet, a technique. It's simply making better choices and raising standards. And then feel like it's time to leave the lake. And as you do so, imagine leaving the lake with the biggest smile, feeling great in your body. And then see that person, the person you know, taking a photo at a specific time, taking a photo, you in a swimming costume, looking great and feeling great. And imagine they share that photo with you. You see the photo they've just taken and see your body shape, maybe on that phone or digital camera. This is the destination. This is a destination where the journey was also enjoyable. And then imagine sharing this picture with other people. Maybe you send it on some messaging app, or maybe you share it on social media. Imagine reading the comments or the responses. Imagine feeling proud of who you are, what you've achieved, not through a diet, but through good choices and high standards. And if this feels desirable, let me know by nodding your head. If it feels achievable, let me know by nodding your head. If it feels inevitable, that good choices and high standards would lead to this place, let me know by nodding your head. And feel that this future moment is now. Coordinates in a sat-nav. It's become your North Star. It's become a place that your unconscious will gravitate toward. And your intuition will let you know if you're on track or not on track. But if you're not on track, that's not a reason to lower standards. It's a reason to raise your standards. There may be some tiny part of your unconscious mind that wants to see you fail. That it will tell you that this is too much hard work. You don't need all this hassle. This is not a voice of you with the highest levels of self-esteem and confidence. This is the unworthy part of you, trying to pull you back to poor choices and low standards. And I want you to feel prepared to hear that voice, to expect that voice. And when it comes, know that it's a test. And actually, the more that part, that unworthy part, tries to bring you back, the more resolve and tenacity and determination will be unleashed. The part that tries to bring you back will inadvertently be nudging you forward. And as you hold that thought in your mind, feel like you're being transported back to the here and now. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Just wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling resourceful, confident, with a sense of clarity, with an incredible feeling of motivation to immediately raise your standards, not because you have to, but because you want to. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.